Alright guys, welcome back to Dad's Okay podcast, where we talk to dads about how's life, right? So anyway, today I have a very good friend of mine whom I've met in NIE about almost 20 years ago. He's a proud dad of 5 kids, a business owner, and basically someone who wears a lot of hats, and he wears them well. And he is my good friend, Farehan Hussein.
Thank you so much.
Alright, bro.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
This,
man.
That's Okay podcast.
Definitely. I mean, you were one of those dads that were in my list lah. The first few names lah in the list lah. Yeah. So and I just have to add on that he was one of those few who were around when something happened lah last year basically. So he was one of those that I actually managed to talk to and get advice from lah. So yeah, man, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming down here to share with us about your life as a dad. Now, maybe you can share with us what you are doing actually. I know you're a business owner. Maybe you can share with us a little bit what you are doing right now.
What I'm doing, I'm a full-time daddy. No.
That'd be great.
Okay, so currently, I've been through a journey. You mentioned that we met at NIE.
Oh yeah,
many
man.
years ago. So I started off as a school teacher.
Yes, correct.
School teacher before there was one morning I was looking outside the window. I was just at Griffiths Primary looking outside the window and say, hey, maybe there's life outside.
Ooh.
So eventually I got a job at FAS.
Yes.
Football Association of Singapore.
Yeah.
And went on to become the team manager of the national football team.
Yes.
Which to me is the most important part of my career progression.
Right.
Then after that, I went on to the Malay Chamber of Commerce. I was a partnerships manager there, overseas business owners in Singapore. So quite wide. Before I decide, post-COVID, I decided to start my own business. Okay. Back then, I had 3 kids. And now, alhamdulillah, I got 5. So I'm the founder of Gynecologist.
Yes.
So we are a car dealership company.
Right.
And also the founder of Qurban now SG.
Yeah.
So we are doing a lot of charity activities, Qurban programs in Africa.
Wow.
Yep.
A lot of things happening. Wow, amazing. And okay, let's talk about your 5 kids. Okay, you have 2 boys and 3 girls.
girls, yeah.
Which, by the way, my wife and I we had this discussion about hoping that we can take care one of his princesses lah. But I'm not sure whether he will be open to the idea lah. But anyway, we'll discuss that next time. So you have 2 boys and 3 girls. So I think that is considered legendary status lah. Talking about 5 kids, we got our friend here aiming for 5 also, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So we can take you from Farehan here. Yeah. So I'm just curious, what's the daily life? How's the daily life in your household, bro?
Well, daily life in my household is, I would say, business as usual. So every time when I come back home, all the 5 kids is like, to our children, when we return home, they don't know about what is the kind of day you had outside.
Yes.
They are just like waiting for you, running after you, hugging you and stuff. So yeah, that's usually in the morning, yes, I got to wake them up. Okay, the boys, they are 12 and 10, so they are quite auto when they wake up in the morning to prepare for school. They will leave school by 6:30.
Okay.
So my girls, they are in preschool. So they will have a van that is waiting for them at 7 a.m. to bring them to school. But most of the time, they are quite cute because they will purposely do not want to wake up. They're supposed to wake up at 6:30, so they purposely chose to wake up 6:40, 6:45. By 7, actually, I'm supposed to be down. So most of the time, I have to send them to school.
Instead of taking the school bus.
Yeah. So if I can show you my messages with the van driver,
right.
Every morning, I'll say, "Salam bang, girls I send."
So very busy, very busy
very
morning.
busy.
I cannot imagine. I'm not sure whether I can actually do that, but you have managed to do it, and it's like almost every day lah.
Yeah,
basically.
I would say alhamdulillah. Thank God for everything happen. Okay, and we also have a helper that after a long while, then me and my wife decide after the birth of our I think after just 2 years ago, just about 3 years ago, we decided to have a helper. Yeah, when I started on my business, entrepreneur, then I said, okay, why not we try to get a helper?
So before that, no helper.
No helper at all. No helper at all. So of course the state of the house is like you always have satu bilik yang you won't want people to go inside. Yeah, because apa-apa baju yang daripada laundry still letak kat sana dulu.
Yes.
Until sometimes you can't see the floor. Yeah, but of course with a helper, I mean they help a lot, especially now my fifth one, 1 year plus. So I think my helper is there to help her, as my wife has gone back to do flexi adjunct teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
so I mean people always ask me how is it like to be a dad of 5. You know, to be honest, there's no manual. There's no manual that will teach you how to be a daddy.
Right.
Like my brother-in-law, you know, he recently got his first child.
Alhamdulillah.
So people always ask, how is it like to be a daddy? Then I keep telling them that you won't be reading any manual to see that, okay, this is what I'm going to happen.
Yeah.
The moment you see your wife giving birth to your first child, the moment you say the azan to the petelinga, right?
Yes.
Then automatically the responsibility as a dad, Allah tu anugerahkan straight away to you.
Yes.
You know what to do next. Your body will be able to wake up in the middle of the night to change the diapers, to make milk or whatever. So if anything that you need to do for your child, you'll be there.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. Correct.
So like for me, okay, alhamdulillah, I mean of course the first 2, 3 okay, something that we planned for. But the 4th and 5th wasn't something that we were planning. Right. I remember the 5th one, it was like my wife wasn't so sure. That I was telling her, no lah, cannot be. So she went to do the test. Then after a while, she called me into the room.
Right.
Then she shook my hand. Congrats, you're becoming a father again. I didn't know how to react. I was like, should I be happy? If I be happy, she a bit sad, or should I just like
stay cool? Stay cool.
Leave me as it is. And the best part about all my children is like, alhamdulillah, my first one is born in October.
Okay.
But all my other 4s are in January. Yeah. So I have one 13 Jan, 15 Jan, and the youngest one 4th Jan, together with the sister birthday 4th Jan.
Wow.
Yeah. And the best part was the 13 and the 15 Jan, they share the same EDD. They were supposed to share the same EDD. So we thought that my 4th one was supposed to come out on the 13th, same as the second, as the brother was. But she came back 2 days later, 15. Yeah. So it's like when I do birthday celebration, all 4 cakes in January together. And all my friends got to come with four presents.
Okay lah like that.
But we have 4 individual cakes lah.
Yalah.
So I keep telling my wife, I think certain months, I think we got to avoid each other.
Oh my God. Okay. By the way, your 5th child, wow, my wife loved looking at your stories and just looking at her, and really like you, bro.
Yeah, mashallah.
The smile so cute. My God.
So are you going to pinch my cheek?
Not yours, bro. Okay, bro. Thank you for sharing. Wow, amazing stuff. I think we can only I can only dream lah. I can only dream at this stage. I don't think even though my wife did ask, how about one more? One more now, 42. Now I calculate my age. Habis. So but alhamdulillah, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with that. Now, I got 3 words for you. Big Daddy Cool. Okay, what can you? Okay, I remember this was during, I think, the COVID period. You did a live on, I think it was Facebook. I think
Facebook.
It was called, the program was called Big Daddy Cool. Okay, maybe you can share with us a little bit about this Big Daddy Cool. Because I remember watching this, and you had a very interesting guest. So what was your idea behind that Big Daddy Cool?
I think like how Dad's Okay podcast is like what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Because there's not much of a platform for daddies to share their journey, to share their challenges. Okay, and that was during COVID, before any podcasts were on Spotify, right? So me and my friend decided, okay, why not we share something about the journey, especially like we want them to share how was it like to be in that labor room, hearing the first cry of your child. Because like if you ask me till today, 12 years ago, close to 12 years ago, I welcomed my first boy, and till today is in my core memory.
Yes.
It is still fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would tell you, even though I have went through observing 5 labor, I went through 5 labor.
Different, different meaning.
I observed 5 labor, but I can tell you, every time my child come in, I will have tears in my eyes.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, it's just like, what have I done to have another amanah for me?
Yeah, correct.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
I know, and you mentioned about your first child 12 years ago.
12 years
so
ago,
for me, it was 15 years ago when I got my son. And I always remember how it happened, how it unfolded. And to me, it's one of the most beautiful thing you can ever see and experience as a dad. Because that's the first time you become a dad. So amazing stuff, bro.
I was like, remember in that labor room, I was like going to and fro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's coming. Then my wife got to be like, you got to hold my hand. Here. Then I was like, oh. I was like, no, you come here, you hold my hand. I was like,
well, I guess the first one was a situation where like maybe anxiety level a bit higher than the rest, I would say. Because you went through 5 already, you know. I mean, not went through, you've seen 5. So,
but I would say credits to our wife for becoming
damn
warrior. We have to say this.
Correct. Definitely. I think we cannot take away the fact that they have to carry the child for 9 months lah.
Yeah, of course.
So it's already that itself. It's something important and something beautiful lah. So we have to appreciate them for doing that lah. Yeah.
Then back to Big Daddy Cool again. Okay, alhamdulillah, we managed to get some good guests. Like people like Hamka Fik was there. Of course, Haris Harun.
Yes.
Fandi was there.
Oh, yeah.
So like we always talk about Fandi as a footballer, Fandi as a coach. How about Fandi as a father?
Yeah.
How was he like as a father? So he shared with me. I mean, I have seen firsthand how Fandi is like when he's managing his children.
Yeah.
So I can see that he is somebody that you won't want to mess with. I've seen that firsthand at Turkey airport.
Right.
So when he was angry with I think Iksan. So I think Iksan also knew what he did.
Right.
So Fandi just stood up. And until I was the manager back then. So until
this one you saw what happened.
I was there. Until I just had to tell Iksan, you go away first. I just talked to Daddy.
Oh, you had to intervene.
I had to intervene. Because I was clarifying some things with Fandi about Iksan and stuff. So, so I can really see that Fandi is a no-nonsense father. No-nonsense father. I think among the things that he always reminded his kids is that whatever you guys do, you're carrying my name, and I work hard to ensure that my name is up there.
Yes.
So I think that statement alone, is enough to tell you. So you better watch out.
Better don't screw up lah. Wow. Yeah. So you had Fandi for the live thing.
Yeah.
So he was sharing with you stuff, and I thought that was a good idea. And unfortunately, I think I'm sure there were other commitments that you had to
of course.
look into.
It was a live show. So live show is like you have to have your time.
Yeah.
Then of course you have to come back from work and stuff. So it was a bit hard for us to progress. But I'm very happy that there are similar platforms like what you guys are doing. That's okay. Because I always feel that, I mean, one day I feel that okay, maybe I should just do like seminars for all daddy, like for us to sit down, for us to just share it what we have gone through, get some speakers at a seminar to like, okay, daddy, this is what you're supposed to do and stuff. But of course, I can imagine all our wife are outside hearing what we're talking about. Keep peeping. See,
what's happening?
No lah. But I think, I think fathers should have some sort of good support system.
Yes,
like
correct.
This kind of platform podcast. Because I will tell you, 80% of all daddies, if you were to sit down, if you were to talk about our challenges, all of us will say, hey bro, I'm feeling the same thing. I'm feeling the same thing. I'm going through the same thing. Right? But we just hope that whatever avenues that we share, like for them, if they have some challenges, so whatever advice that we help, it is towards making things better.
Correct.
And not making them going away from their family.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think as fathers also, it's important for us to, give good advice to fellow fathers. Like,
Correct.
hang in there, bro. I mean, we are with you.
And of course, not move away from our original responsibility.
Yeah, of course.
And now you mentioned about that seminar thing. I think there's something we can work towards together. Inshallah, we can plan something lah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I like that idea as well. Okay, you mentioned about. I know you mentioned Fandi. So I want to talk a little bit about your football's career in that sense, because you were the team manager for the national team. I remember, I think that was that period I wasn't really in contact with you, but I saw on Facebook, on IG, or I think mainly Facebook. Wow, this guy, I know this guy lah. Because back in NIE, I always call him Mamu. Yeah. So from there I see, wow, this guy. But Alhamdulillah, we managed to our path cross, and we met up again. And I'm just curious, how long were you as a team manager, and what was your experience like?
Okay, I was there from 2014 till 2017, about 4 years. So I was managing both the national A football team, and also the Lions Youth that was participating in the Malaysia Super League, and also look after towards the end I was looking after the young Lions as well as the under 22. For the team manager, all I can say is that whatever that is happening on the pitch in terms of the tactics wise, it all belongs to the coach. Immediately outside the pitch, in terms of whatever the players needs, accommodation, hotels, arrangement for international friendly tournaments, all falls on the responsibility of the manager.
Right.
So I would say it's quite a big responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Fandi was he was the assistant to then the head coach Sundram. So and he was also the head coach for the Lions Youth. So he was I would say quite a good buddy. So every time we would travel overseas, we would share the same room with Fandi. So
members, no.
And I would say then sometimes we will go to some schools where Fandi will give a good motivational talk.
Right.
And this guy is such a legend status that every time when we travel in Malaysia, even if we were to stop at Al, or the bus at about 2-3 a.m., there will be some fans who will come to him and say, Abang, coach, can I take photo with you?
Yeah.
He's always there. He's always smiling.
Right.
He always ready to take photo.
Nice.
Even there are some time that when I remember we were at Peninsula at the shop, at the tailor shop, we were inside. Then there were some fans who saw him inside. Then they were waiting outside. Then I would say, hey coach, I think they want to see you. So he actually went out to talk to them, to take photo. And the thing about Fandi is, like, I remember there was one time where we went for a drive-through McDonald's. So his old Chinese auntie was at the one. After a while, the old Chinese auntie said, hey, you Fandi then we say, the thing about Fandi, he's not the sort of person who say, yes, I'm Fandi, yes, he always smile, say, yes, auntie. Then he will always add on, how's your day, what time you knock off. He always make you feel that, like we know each other.
Yeah.
So that is about him. So I would say that this guy is extremely humble, such a legend status. And even I tell you, at the changing room, he talked to the players. I would say I've heard it many times, but every time Fandi speaks about rallying the players, go out there, do your best, it still gives me goosebumps.
Wow. You mentioned about Fandi, and he's not even here, and I'm feeling starstruck already, So, and I think, if we can get him on board, would be great. Or there be something. No pressure, no obligation. But I would love to meet him, man, and just listen to. I've never seen him. I've never met him in person before. But now, let's move away from Fandi. I'm talking too much about Fandi. But I want to talk about you now. How much has your football background, with the national team, with the national players, has influenced your kids? And what inspired you to start Sembawang City?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there are two questions. That one.
I think, of course, my kids always, when they were young, when they were like 1 or 2 years old, they were always at Jalan Besar Stadium, watching some of my games. And I would say, doing some football calendar, I'm always away on every other week.
Yes.
Right? So sometimes they watch me play football, and slowly they like football because they mix around with my friends who are football players. So they see. And I can see that some of my boys, they have potential talents. I won't say they're extremely good, but they have potential talents. Even some of my football players say that, this son, okay, he can do.
Yeah. Mainly your boys lah.
Mainly my boys.
Referring to your boys.
For Sembawang City, in fact, we were approached by, I think, one of Minister Ong Ye Kang. Ong Ye Kang,
Yes.
I think he was talking to some of his grassroots whether that, why not we have football for
Right.
the residents of Sembawang City.
Okay.
Sembawang. So these guys came and approached me. Then I said, okay, it's just let's do it, because for me, I know how much football can do to the community.
Yes.
Especially when they say that, okay, this small city going to set up, it's going to be a non-profit organisation. Okay, but we want to do activity especially for the beneficiaries. There are certain group of people, for certain residents who are not well off, and we want them to be part of football, because I've seen around the world that how football can keep you away from all the vices.
Yeah.
Football can instill a bit of level of discipline. So that's where Sembawang City is born.
So this Sembawang City, so is it fair to say that you are the brains behind Sembawang City?
I would say that it's a collective group of people, but I give them my fair share of strategic planning on where I believe Sembawang City is supposed to be. But I'm happy enough to have very strong volunteers from the Sembawang resident itself, and also my former colleague, as well as some former national players.
Right. To help out as well.
Yep.
Okay. Talking about this Sembawang City, I actually plan to put my son into the team lah. So maybe we can discuss that later on lah.
Can.
Yeah. Because he's interested to play lah.
Can.
Okay. So now,
I think we can talk a bit longer, because I find that we are just warming up.
Wow, like that warming up, huh? Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually at the last part already.
I think we.
So maybe we can stretch a bit lah. We can stretch a bit. Okay. So okay, from what I hear, bro, you're a very busy guy. Should I say busy dad? Now my question is, what is your biggest challenge as a dad? Now I'm hearing a lot. You sound like a very busy guy, and you are busy, of course. And he actually take time to come down here and talk to me. So I really appreciate that. So now my question is, biggest challenge or any challenges that you encounter as a dad?
Okay, I think if you ask me right now, what is my biggest challenge?
Yes,
I would say is to be healthy.
Okay,
because I think when you're juggling work and you're juggling your family time, I think the thing that sometimes when I'm doing my work in the middle, when I'm driving from place to place, I'm always asking myself, at which level of my health is
right?
Because you don't want something bad to happen to you when your kids are still young,
still growing,
growing.
Yeah.
And to me as a father, I always fear if something happened to me, right? I cannot see my children grow big.
Correct.
Right? So sometimes yes, I mean business is good. You can bring your kids for holiday and stuff.
Yeah.
But the biggest goal for me is to be there for them at every little steps until they go to be fine adults and eventually get married. And that is always, I always make dua that, may Allah give me all the strength and the panjangkan umur semua.
Yes.
Because my mom, I mean she has been just sidetracked a bit. Just last year October, she complained of back pain. Went to the hospital and she already diagnosed with advanced stage of cancer. Right. Just like that, life can just take a turn.
Yes.
And I remember during that period of time, it was in October last year. I was from work. I have to drive down to the hospital.
Right.
It was for the every day for 2 or 3 weeks. That feeling of driving down to the hospital just made me ponder, made me question that our life is just fragile.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when my daughter comes to me to say that, can you just don't stay at home for one day? Say these kind of things.
Yeah.
If you ask me, am I a successful business owner?
Yeah.
I will say I'm not there yet. Am I a successful dad? I will say I'm not there yet. Right? I'm still balancing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, until your children will tell you, hey, can you go to work or not? Don't stay at home. Then maybe you are a successful father. But as a father, you see, for us, we tend to keep a lot of things to ourselves.
Yeah, correct.
We don't really. Sometimes, yes, my spouse, she will say that, why are you not sharing things with me?
Yeah.
I think as a father, we are just like, no lah, everything's okay. Because there's so many things.
Yeah.
If you really want to sit down, we will dissect everything. What's happening. And sometimes I will say maybe we fear the truth. You know? Yeah. My wife always nag at me to say that, hey, look after your health. Of course, before I start as an entrepreneur, I was always going cycling with our good friend Faisal.
Yeah.
I always go cycling with him. But ever since I start my business 3 years ago, I hardly had time to touch my bicycle.
Right.
Because I feel that if I have a free time, I would rather spend time with my children.
Yes. Correct.
And the reason that one of the reasons I set small city, so I get my boys to come in, because it's another avenue for me to spend time with my children. And of course, every half a year, of course, with Qurban I'll go over to Africa, organize football tournament.
Yeah.
For the kids deep into the villages.
Yeah.
Like what we did. Then I be Khairul Ambi, my footballer, to do a football clinic. I tie down with one of had an MOU understanding with one of a football club in Uganda.
Yeah.
Because I believe that the place that we do a football tournament, there are many potential orphans who can play football.
Who can play. Wow.
So what we did is that, okay, we scouted 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pay their transport fees just for them to travel over to this football club, for them to be given an opportunity to be assessed by proper coaches and proper club.
Yes.
If everything goes well, they sign with the club. Eventually, you never know.
Yeah.
They represent a nation and the whole family out of poverty. So
that is amazing.
Yeah. So I bought my 2 boys last year to Africa just to get them to feel. And I remember the decision was, I was supposed to fly at night. I woke up in the morning. I just asked them, you want to go? Then they say, you sure I can go? I say, yes. So
on the day itself?
On the day itself.
The day you're supposed to fly away?
Then I check, okay, you got a ticket. Then I just call my agent, and my agent say, okay, there's a ticket for them.
Right.
Yeah, but of course it costs about 3,000 plus. But I told my wife, I'm just going to bring them.
Yeah.
Because I can just show them all the photos and the videos that I went.
Yeah.
But for them to be there
and experience it.
Hopefully, kids today, hopefully he will realize that how lucky they are to be in this part of the world compared to the children on the other side, and hopefully they build the compassion. I mean, I would say that as a father, I'll still get angry with my kids.
Of course,
we all do.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah,
we all do. Then sometimes my wife will tell me that, hey, you need to talk to them nicely. But with the girls, I will talk to them very nice. But
some biasness going on.
I will say this. Why? Why I do that?
Yeah.
Because I think my son knows that. I spoke to my wife about it. With the boys, they need to be toughened up.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're going to be fathers. They are going to take care of somebody else's daughter.
Correct.
Right. With daughters, my wife say that I manjakan them so much. I buy for them everything too, because I want them to know that their father is a perfect gentleman. Not was a perfect gentleman. Is a perfect gentleman.
Right.
Okay. And I try to give whatever my daughters want.
Yeah.
Because I don't want, if suddenly another guy who they befriended later on start giving them, showering them everything, then they were like, oh, this guy is better, so I start to appreciate this guy more than my own father.
Right.
So I don't want that to happen. It's like it's just the fear in me as a father. So I'm not so sure about other fathers, but I'm sure people always tell me you're only a father when you give birth to a daughter.
Oh, right? Man. And to touch on the fact that how dads treat their daughters, right? I think it generally applies to all dads with daughters. How maybe different levels lah, but I think when you have boys and you have girls, right, there is a difference. Same thing for me. So I got 1 boy, 1 girl. And even my wife said the same thing. Why are you nice to, the daughter, not the son, right? So again, you mentioned boys need to be toughened up. I mean, you don't tell them, hey, you got to man up. You don't actually say that, but it's the idea, right? Because, national service, everything, eventually getting married, being the man of the house. So there is a certain level of expectation. For girls, slightly different, right? I guess that one is something that we can discuss. Something I want to share also. When you take care of girls, it's different. So for me, it's one day they will eventually get married.
Yes.
And my idea as a dad to a daughter, to a girl, my idea is I need to set the bar high.
Yeah.
So for her to look for a husband has to be 10 times better than me.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
But I don't think they will always be better than whoever they choose.
Yeah. I don't think it will ever be lah, know.
Yeah.
So, it's again about giving them the idea that, my dad is like that. So hopefully they also have a certain expectation of the guys that they're going to get married to. So, again, we never know what's going to happen, but we try our best, I guess, huh? Wow.
Like I doing my Big Daddy Cool podcast, the tagline is, as a father, your responsibility for your kids is from the cradle to the grave.
Wow.
Right? And I'm pretty sure on your deathbed, bila kau tengah nazak pun, the first thing that come to your mind is, have I been a good enough for my children? Right?
Yes. Yeah, I think that is something that we will always think about also lah, Now, I just want to sidetrack a bit. You mentioned about this Qurban SG, right?
Qurban Now
SG. Okay. Can you share with us the idea behind this? And I know I've seen how you post stuff online. You go to this African state, Uganda. I don't know. I've never been to Africa before. I scared to go to Africa. You're hearing stories about this, right? So maybe you can just share with us the idea behind the initiative for Qurban Now SG. What is it all about?
Of course, Qurban Now SG is a platform to provide Qurban services, especially during the Qurban season.
Yeah.
And for me, Qurban Now SG, I tell everyone, this is not my main business. My main business is gynecologist. But this Qurban Now SG is an opportunity, a platform for us to be the eyes, the ears and the heart of the Singaporeans in Africa.
Right.
There are many Qurban providers who also provide for Africa, but they didn't really actually go down to see what is it like. So for me, I told my team that I want to be there on the ground, which I did in 2022.
Right.
Post-COVID. In 23.
That was the first time.
Right. Then in 23 and 24, that's where I decided to bring Khairul Amri. So we can really see, for us, we can see that when we are there, it's not just about, we slaughter a few animals and we go back, we distribute, we go back.
Yeah.
You're already there. Why not you do something more? So we talk to my friends, say we have expertise in football, and football speaks one language.
Oh yeah.
If you bounce a ball, you bounce the hearts of everyone. Right?
Yes.
So that's where we started.
Right.
We do the football tournament, football carnival. Then we also do the Qurban Carnival. So this year you can see that we bring in bouncy castles, huge mega bouncy castles to this village, where we even have a bouncy castle that have a swimming pool. So the pool was clear when they first, at the end of the day, become milky. But I can
bouncy castle in Africa, guys.
In Africa, I can show you the photos. I mean, just to go to qurbannow.sg and can see that. Yeah. And you can really see the excitement that you bring to the kids. I mean, because my intention to go there when I mix the kids, these children, they have big dreams, bro. They're just like your children and my children.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in a madrasah classroom,
and
in Africa, and I asked the kids, so come share with me your dreams. What do you want to be?
You spoke to them.
Spoke to them. What do you want to bring? So some of them say they want to be lawyer, they want to be doctor, they want to be nurse, they want to be teachers. These are the common ambitions that you and our children have.
Yes.
Right? And when they say these things, some of their classmates were actually giggling and laughing.
Right.
Okay, and you can see that they felt a bit down, when they hear this. But I remember telling them that I say, no, you will be a teacher. I will say, yes. You will be a pilot. The next time I come to Africa, you will be the one that is flying the plane.
Wow.
I told them that.
Yes.
I told them, look, I come from a small nation, Singapore.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys go to Google, there we are continents away, small nation.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought, or have I ever thought that I'll be sitting down here talking to you guys? I told them that. They say no. I just say, continue to do your best. God will take care of the rest.
Wow.
If there is funny tagline, do your best and God will take care of the rest.
Yeah.
So I tell him, if you're meant to be a lawyer, you're meant to be a doctor, you will. And there was one moment that we every time when we drive in the Africa in our cars, we always have footballs, chocolates and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was one time we saw a boy he was kicking a ball. He was kicking a ball that is wrapped in plastic and tapes everything.
Yeah.
So we stopped and we give come. This is a ball to you. We give them a ball.
Yeah.
Then I was telling Amri, look, this ball in Singapore, every 10 meters we can see one proper football.
Yes.
My time in the year early 90s, I remember I got to ask my mom to buy a pizza so the Pizza Hut will give a ball. You remember?
I think so.
That was my first leather ball. That was my first leather ball.
Right.
So I was telling Amri, look, when we gave them a ball, immediately they gathered a few of them. They went to play.
Started playing.
I was telling Amri, look, you never know if one day this guy end up becoming a good footballer like people like Sadio Mane or Drogba.
Yeah, you have all these football stars, you see, who manage to hit it big, you see.
Yes. So if one day they become like this, if you ask them, hey, how do you learn football? Oh, there were these guys who doesn't look like us who gave us a football for us to play. That's how I started to develop skills. Oh, I participated in a football tournament by some of these guys who organized, and I got opportunity to play for some clubs. You never know. We are just the starter. Okay, in belief that in life kita lakukan apa yang terbaik. We just help people. Dan insyaAllah Allah bukakan jalan. Like for me also, when I started my business, my first aim, my niat was always for my family. Because I always believe that kalau you membuat sesuatu niat you untuk keluarga, Allah akan bukakan jalan. Because you know why? Because sometimes the rezeki is not my rezeki. The rezeki is my children rezeki.
Correct.
Right? Yes. So when I want to do things, niat untuk my anak, so that's my rezeki. I mean, if I can just share, maybe I take about a few minutes just to share.
Go ahead, bro.
I remember when I left my last job, my son came to me. He asked me that, hey, you're supposed to bring us to London in December. But it's COVID, so you're going to bring us next year. I told him, yes, I'm going to bring you next year. That was after I collect my last salary with my previous job. I didn't have much, bro, in the bank, bro, but I promised my son I'm going to bring him to London. So I started my car business. Only sold my first car on the 7th of Feb, I remember. Then slowly, I managed to sell a Ferrari somewhere in April. So I remember I told my wife whatever the commissions that I earn, I pass it to her and say, look, this is to prepare for the London trip.
Right.
So every single month when I earn some earnings, I put that in mind that I want to bring them to the holiday.
Right.
Then somewhere in July, I decided, okay, let's purchase a ticket. Okay. So decide to buy tickets, flight to Dubai, Paris, and London. Alright. Then in December, then when I purchased the ticket, my wife said, "Oh, this happening. Inshallah, it's happening." So every month we can start putting money for the hotel. So I remembered when we flew off, we were in Dubai, we were in Paris. And I remember when we took the train, when the train reached London, the first thing I called Muaz aside was, Muaz, this is my promise to you.
Wow.
So when you do things, inshallah, for your nawaitu, and I remember during the trip, my wife wanted to spend for a few things. I say just spend. You know, throughout our marriage, I never been you for a proper honeymoon or spend lavishly on you, because she's the sort of person who never asked for expensive handbag and stuff.
Right.
So I say just do that. It will just motivate me to work even harder for you guys, because that's life for us.
Correct.
Right? As a father, it's nothing glamorous, nothing for me, nothing for my own personal. It's all for your children, right?
Yes, correct. It's always for them first, lah. You know. Wow, looks like you're not just a dad of 5 kids. I think you're the dad of a lot of African kids as well, lah. I think
don't say like that, lah. Sounds so wrong.
But I think the hearts of these kids, lah. I think it's amazing what you're doing. The building some sort of a community in Africa. I think that's amazing. I think. Who would have thought? Who would have thought maybe 10 years ago that you would actually do this? I think what you're doing is great. It's amazing.
I never thought, like I said, I never thought that when I was a teacher, I never thought I would set foot to Africa before. Right?
Yes.
But like I told you, Allah brings you to places with purpose.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And for you to deliver the purpose that is given. So, alhamdulillah for the opportunity.
Wow, alhamdulillah. That's a really amazing stuff here, guys. Now, what's next now for you? What's next in terms of business, football, and family? It is a very broad question.
What's next for me? What's next? Of course, trying to be more healthy.
Which you mentioned earlier.
So what's next for me is, of course, our kids are getting bigger.
Yes.
So I need to start planning on the next step for the education.
Right.
For the boys. Alhamdulillah, the 2 boys are in madrasah.
Yeah.
And the girl is going to madrasah also. So we need to start planning. Needs to start doing the proper savings for the kids.
Yeah.
But we take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
I think importantly is character development of the children.
Yes.
Right? Because I don't want them to feel that they are spoiled. They can get anything that they want.
Yeah.
So I need to, as a father, that's a big challenge because sometimes when you give too much, you don't know when to take it back.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So I'm that's the next part that I'm trying to do lah.
I see.
More to educate when they are getting a bit bigger. So that's where the character development is.
Correct.
Earlier on when they are small, it's a bit manja-manja, right?
Yeah.
So now you need to have a bit of draw a bit of a line lah. What's good and what's next to do.
I didn't ask you this. So your eldest is 12.
Yep.
Then the second is 10.
12, 10, 4 years gap before my girl comes. So 6, 4,
4,
and 1.
1.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, very close, huh? Quite close, lah. The gap's quite close, lah. Okay, so I think you mentioned about the healthy part. I think that is something that I think most dads have to find time to do something for themselves also. Like some sort of a me time. What you can do, I think that is something we can probably also
we do a dad seminar, so we talk about health as well.
Because it's not just physical health as well, it's emotional, mental health as well. Of course, the physical also plays a part lah, you know. But because your physical can be good, but your mental health is not there, also is not very good, right?
Kalau dulu kita mental health, we just go to the polyclinic and they on Mr. Bean, so that's our mental health.
yeah. Wow. Okay. So So that's the next step lah. And one last question is: any advice to dads out there? Any dads out there, like, you know, one advice or any advice that you can give to any dads out there?
My advice is for those whatever you do, always think of your family first. I mean, even though you think about the consequences of your actions that will have on your family. Because your children, they need to grow up in a proper family environment where the mommy and the daddy are there to support them all the way. So do not do things that you will regret later. Do not do things that will affect the life of your children when they're growing up.
Wow. Very deep stuff there. I think it makes sense lah, bro. That really makes a lot of sense. And I feel we can just continue to talk about stuff, right? But I know our friend here has a lot on his plate right now, and he also made time to come here. And bro, I just want to say thank you for coming down here to share with us your experiences as a dad, your life, and we hope that we can continue this journey even after this episode lah.
Thank you, Mo. I think this is not just the first episode for us. I think we will have quite a few more episodes to go. And inshallah, I think we will plan whatever we have mentioned. Seminar, we can bring so many speakers, so many individuals.
Yes, definitely. That is something that we are looking forward to. And guys, thank you so much for listening in. And hey, if you're not sure what you're doing, that's okay. I'll see you soon.